Hey, my name is Rose. I'm an esthetician, uh, and I lived in New Braunfels, Texas when I started out through my career, and I eventually moved to Hot Springs, Arkansas. So I've been an esthetician for several years, and I do full body waxing and sugaring now. So I have several little stories and stuff that I'd like to tell because they're very entertaining within my line of work. So when COVID hit, I moved to Hot Springs. So I'm going to do little stories of my time as an esthetician and the clients that I've had along the way, which makes my job very enjoyable. I would not change it for anything. It brings in different kinds of people from different backgrounds and stuff, and then I get to learn who they are and grow connections with them. So people along the way and stuff. So there's some interesting stories. So I'm going to start off when I first began. So when I was in Texas right out of school, I needed to find a job as an esthetician, and really nothing was hiring but full body waxing place in San Antonio. So I started off at European Wax Center. So when I first went in, they're like, "Hey, we need somebody to be a model because we was opening a new center, and who wants to do it for the class?" I'm like, everybody's looking around and like this one girl like, "Hey, Rosa, do it." I'm like, well, I guess I can. So I was the model for their first Brazilian and have like 5 or 6 girls standing around the table while I'm getting a Brazilian by the instructor. First time really meeting the people I'm going to be working with. So that was pretty interesting. But we got comfortable with each other and we'd do each other's services. So we worked together for several years and stuff. Then we eventually moved on and did our own thing. And I learned a lot there, Brazilians and everything. In school, you learn basics of waxing and stuff like that. And then when you go out into your career, you learn more about it. So I learned about Brazilians there. And I have some interesting clients along the way. So, first story. We had these two ladies that came in and they wanted to get Brazilians together. We can't do that in the same room. So they was kind of upset about it. And my lady's in there, and I'm over there because we have a big wax pot. It's like 10 pounds of wax. And I'm over there, like, stirring the wax. And I smell something, and I'm like, did this lady just shit on my table? I look back over there. I guess she just farted or whatever, but it smelled really bad. And I didn't say anything to make it weird or anything. And then I did my service. When I was doing her Brazilian and everything, all of a sudden, I noticed there was blood. So she had started her period on the table while I was waxing her. She farted on me and started her period. So I was finished with her service, and then the other girl came out of the room too with her client. That was her friend, and she's like, "Oh, you won't believe what happened to me." And I'm like, "What?" She's like, "My client farted on me." I said, "I got one better. My client farted and started her period on me." Crazy. That's just one of the stories. So I'm going to just do like maybe 1 or 2 stories at a time. And that's the first one. So there's many more, believe me, along the way from Texas to Arkansas with the clients I've had for full body waxing, hair removal, Brazilians, or whatever. But I would like to tell each story because each one is different and funny. So um, it's not an embarrassing service. Stuff like that does happen, but we continue the service and don't make anybody feel bad about it or whatever, and handle it appropriately. But I've met very, very interesting people along my route in this field of being an esthetician, and my clients make my job so interesting, and I love what I do. Okay, first story down.